Please stand as the Craig Elementary School Choir will perform God Bless America. We would ask that you please remain standing as we honor America and celebrate its freedom and those who protect it. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, performed this evening by DuBois Middle School, presented by Complete Auto Body and Repair.
From the greatest soccer city in America, it's the St. Louis Ambush and the Harrisburg Heat. Joey Zanaboni alongside my lifelong friend, Matt Rocchio. Matt, it's Golazo time once again at the Family Arena.
And this time you're going to see the back half of a home-and-home between these two incredible teams. Last time it was a 5-4 comeback victory for the Ambush. We'll see if they can replicate that tonight.
A lot of key guys returning for that game, including Robbie Cristo. He scored a goal.
He got a little help from the defender, but a big goal for him. The attack has seen some returning players, and they've been goal scorers lately. They need to continue that for this Ambush offense.
He and Franck Tayou both back in action, and we're going to need this offense clicking against a Harrisburg Heat that's also scratching for a final playoff spot.
Yeah, especially now. The Ambush jumped them with that big comeback victory. They need to put some space between them and the Heat with a big victory tonight.
Ambush and the Harrisburg Heat from Family Arena. This is the Major Arena Soccer League on the CBS Sports Golazo Network.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive one free core service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
Miter is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, Miter is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at miter.com. This is St. Louis Ambush Soccer on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Welcome into the Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri. Franck Tayou, the man in the center circle. Tayou in his first home game since serving a suspension in the middle of January. He and the Ambush looking to take down Pat Healy's Harrisburg Heat side. Good to see Pat, of course, his name is well known. Kevin Healy and Pat Healy with that Harrisburg Heat organization. On our bench, it's Jeff Locker and Donnie Alberti overseeing things as the Ambush and the Heat get set to go. Paulo chasing the crown for most saves in the MASL this season. He is going to be opposed on the other side by Hugo Silva, longtime veteran, former Florida Tropic in his second stint with the Harrisburg Heat. Well, it was certainly exciting on the 26th between these two teams. Lucas Almeida scored with just 1.6 seconds to go, and the Ambush capped a furious comeback with that game winner. 3 goals in just 95 seconds. If it's anything close to what that game was, we're in for a real treat.
Hopefully do here with our CBS Sports Golazo crowd. Great for them to join us tonight, and hopefully it's a good one.
Both teams fighting a little bit on offense, missing some big names on the Harrisburg side. They're both trying to come back from that tough comeback victory they allowed from the ambush. And obviously playoff spots in the bargain with these two teams sitting right around the same spot as the ambush pass Harrisburg with that win.
Both these teams within a couple of points of a playoff spot as Riley Uri takes a shot, and luckily we'll stay 0-0.
Christian Briggs game-saving or opening goal-saving deflection there. Changing the starting lineup, both Mashad now and Christian Briggs in the starting lineup for the ambush. Mashad, as soon as he was ready to go, they wanted him in the starting lineup, and he has the potential to change the defense.
This is Mashad's second stint with the ambush, was here a few years ago.
He was impactful then too, Joey.
In the back, Harrisburg with Bradley Kerstetter out of the circle. Launch forward, touch back by Joey Tavernese.
They had him for the back half of the season, and you really felt it when they returned the next year and he wasn't here with the team. You really felt that absence immediately from Mashad.
After Noe Favila was chased away by SK. Favila challenged by Will SK once again on the center line. SK 3 goals the last 3 games. And the All-Star for the ambush coming up February 12th in Utica. 90 seconds in, goose eggs on the scoreboard. Silva goes lobby. Tavernese against Briggs. And Briggs gives him a tap around the Belter waist. It's a free kick coming for Harrisburg.
Gonna get called every time, and it should for Briggs. Leg a little bit high, tries to wrap around. It's a risky tackle.
Malcolm Harris to Tavernese, laying out his polo. Mike De Silva turns it into Mashad, and the ambush loose with it. The King, Franck Tayou, 10-game point streak. Make it 11, baby! Que golazo! On golazo!
As we've seen him do countless times in his career, just gallivanting down the left side of the field, and he beats the keeper who had the angle, exactly the only spot where he was going to get past him. A little side netting as he celebrates there with the fan. He's got somebody picked out he wants to give it to. What a goal from Franck Tayou.
Gives out the Seidman Cancer Center ball right by the Seidman Cancer Center sign. And how about this soccer from the ambush from Mashad to Tayou?
Yeah.
We've seen him score a lot of goals. We haven't seen him score one with red hair yet, though. And Tayou changed his hair late in the month of January. He's on the board. We're up 1-0.
What a pass from Mashad. What a run from Tayou. He changed his hair, but he didn't change his ability to put the ball in the back of the net, the all-time leading goal scorer in league history.
Jack Shearer, Williamsi plowed it away. Duduka challenging again and helping to start the ball loose, courtesy of Julio Varela. Both of them factored in huge January 26th in Harrisburg. Duduka scored twice in a span of 17 seconds inside of 2 minutes to even the game 4-4. Varela ended up with a couple of apples. Zach Perry out of the referee's crease. And Kerstetter, hot air balloon, out of bounds. 12-19, ambush free kick.
And man, that's exactly what the ambush needed. An early goal is something that's been so rare for the team this year, especially here at home where they sit just 1-4. Last year, Family Alina was essentially a fortress relative to the rest of their record for the season, and this year is 1-4. They need to get a big win, and getting an early goal finally was big here.
Gives over Kerstetter. Tayou won't make an opportunity out of this. Uri cut off by James Thomas. Uri pushing. De Silva, the former ambush, wanted a Wallace scorer, and Thomas's former teammate wanted it out of bounds. They'll set it up at the top of the arc.
One of the areas where the lack of Dom Francis is going to be the biggest part. You already saw one free kick where they weren't able to put a goal in.
The other captain, Malcolm Harris, feeding Tavernese, and Harris will chase this down as they ambush Teal. Made him feel the Teal on the wall. Favila. Harris, who's a co-captain with Francis, takes it back to the center line. Francis, he is scratched, personal reasons. Andrea Di Soma.
Tied for the team lead with 17 points, but it really is that free kick speciality where they're going to lose him the most. And you've seen 2 already in good spots for the Heat. They haven't been able to pull up a goal on either one.
That pulled up the goalie, Silva, briefly. Ball ends up on their bench, courtesy of Roshan Panton. Ambush will start it right by the Harrisburg door. Briggs has saved a goal. Tayou has scored a goal. Rafael Araujo, who had an assist in Harrisburg. Can't quite win that. Downfield, Panton. Oh, Paulo! Gloves it up over the frame. The Brazilian Rob Lowe, what a play.
Roshan Panton, just pure wheels, creating that one with the long ball over the top, just outran everybody. Just classic over-the-top Route 1 football.
Ski ball, Shearer through the middle, Panton. Out of bounds. Harrisburg won a favorable setup. They'll get it. Top of the bow and arrow, second time tonight. 10:48 left in the first. Ambush 1, Heat nothing. De Silva quickly to work. Off the toes of Duduka, perhaps Araujo. De Silva quarterbacking a bit again. Shot by De Soma, partially blocked by Varela. He and Duduka get it to SK. Chile serving as tonight's captain. De Silva yanks it away from behind. No Tweety Bird. Family night at the Family Arena. Fans, they'll increase their boos. It's a family affair, raining down the boos right now on our black-clad refereeing crew. And Thomas quickly thwarting against Adriano dos Santos.
You've been booed by a family member, Joey? My aunt's a harsh
Not
critic.
other people's family members.
My aunt's a harsh critic is all I'm saying.
Almeida. Good diagonal. Tayou! Silva down to his knees to corral that.
Any angle, you give him the littlest bit of space. If you're a goalkeeper, you got to watch where the ball is because he's liable to try to put a shot in from anywhere. It'll be dangerous. It'll be hot.
Good
goalkeeping.
He's the king on both sides tonight. Paulo 3 off of the pace set by Chris Toth for the league lead in saves at the outset of this evening. 132 to 129. Meanwhile, Silva, a former team MVP with the Florida Tropics, feels right at home and is described as a leader by Pat Healy. Really, perhaps the leader of this team, especially with Francis out. Roshan Panton BB's that, and the Ambush will take another free kick.
I appreciate the fan for being a good just example for everybody watching on CBS Sports Golazo about what indoor soccer is all about, which is if you're a fan in the first few rows, you don't get to check your phone during the game. And you don't want to either.
Got to stay alert. Varela sliding. Duduka against Kerstetter. Panton in on the action. Duduka to Axel Chikute. Axel fights through. Whistle comes through, though, after he got away.
Yeah, Niamsi, I think, is the one who drew the whistle there. Came in late from the backside. Kind of added a little something extracurricular to help get the ball out there. I don't think it was anything Chikute did.
Foul does go against Axel Chikute.
Does it really?
Zach Perry, the one who he sent down to the carpet.
I'm just shocked.
Kerstetter and Chikute will get another.
Everything Chikute is doing to win the ball seemed pretty much separate. It seemed like everything that came from the whistle was Niamsi's kind of late arriving from the back. You know, the ball's kind of away from Niamsi's body. You think he's going to have to go through somebody to get to that one. Surprised they rang up Chikute on that one.
Dos Santos playing with it at the equator with Harris. It's a 1-0 lead courtesy of a goal-saving block by Christian Briggs and a goal about a minute later by Franck Tayou. Silva in the fishbowl.
Just for the Heat, air traffic controller out there right now.
Tayou has it pop up off the boot. Harrisburg threatening in the ambush end.
Dos Santos has been pointing out that the ball or player the entire time since he stepped on the carpet for this shift, Joey.
Favilla off the wall, right at Michaud. Varela got a hit from Favilla. Dos Santos starts it over.
Second time that an ambush bad touch in their own defensive third is what bites them and gives up an easy turnover. They got to watch that. Clean up the game.
Yuri Paulo may have gotten fingertips. Harris lashes it off of Varela. This will take us to the official timeout.
That one I think might have bent away from the goal, Joey, because, man, if that thing has any kind of English going the other way, it's a goal.
This is St. Louis Ambush Soccer on Golazo.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks. Learn more or try it for yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com. Fans Take 10. That's all the time you'll need for Eric Bergrud to take you inside the game and get to know some of the biggest stars advancing the sport on and off the field. 10 for 10 airs weekly on MASL TV.
Harrisburg and the St. Louis Ambush off of a Harrisburg free kick that went nowhere. Rafa Araujo, wicked one! Lucas Almeida cleaning up the litter, but sending it over the receptacle.
Joey, that sound you hear is every single Harrisburg Heat fan watching this saying, where was that shot in the game before, Almeida? Come on. Ambush winning on a 5-4 comeback victory from Lucas Almeida.
And 1.6 seconds left. It looked like Franck Tayou maybe actually kind of scuffed the chance or sort of sent the ball through at a bit of an awkward angle, but Almeida right there, he scored it. His second game winner this season. He's second in the MASL in that category.
Joey figured out you can't put it on a T form. It's got to be in an awkward angle with a weird spin on it, and then Lucas Almeida just buries it.
I would have loved it if we had made it a 2-0 lead. Robbie Cristo trying to do it. Moved a bit early, had to go off the heel, works back to the ball. And chops it, but only as far as Perry, who chops it out. Jeff Michaud, who's got the ambush assist to Franck Tayou in this game. Heads it back through Paulo. Under 7, 1-0, St. Louis Ambush. Harrisburg, they had a 4-1 lead most of the night in Harrisburg. Long ball, Michaud. Cristo wanted the bicycle. Was he pulled down? And it looks like that indeed is the case.
Yeah, he thinks Gamino pulled him down there, but looks to me like he was just leaning back and his size took him down with Camino, and now Cristo, who just returned from injury, is holding his shoulder because he went down hard on that carpet, and that is the last thing you wanted to see. Comes back in one game, gets a goal, and then what might be his first shift of the game.
He's got a sting on his shoulder. Almeida gives to Thomas, and Thomas inflates it up over the whole thing.
That's a heartbreaking moment there for Cristo. Hopefully it's just a little stinger like Joey said. He's able to return quickly.
The St. Louis U Hall of Famer Robbie Christo suffered a knee injury in the last game here last season. He's been extremely limited this season in games, though he's played a decent deal in practice. Just came back on the 26th against this same Heat squad. Uri chases it down for him in the corner. And Kerstetter back up top. Favilla will dip under 6 as Almeida, clean and calm, pokes it away. Harris keeps it away. Now Uri, clever turn against Michaud. Uri corner. Michaud trying to keep him corralled. Briggs able to pool cue it out of the box. Now Tayou pocket knifes it forward. Michaud calms things down once again with Lucas Almeida. So sweet to see him walking in with his wife and 2 young children before the game for family night at the Family Arena.
How awesome is family night?
Absolutely terrific. Whether you have, just one person that you can walk in with or 10 people, it's really special. That's why I was glad to walk in with you earlier, Rockio. You're my brother, Niamsi, sliding De Silva. And Paulo, keeper-to-keeper action with Silva.
Oh, he's getting fancy with it.
Known to do some 6th attacking. Ambush had the 6th attacker for real for about half the 4th quarter in Harrisburg.
He put a little butter on the baguette there.
And Shakunte this time gets the call he wants. Earlier in this corner, a little controversy where he looked like he was in for a clean shot on goal. Got whistled back for a foul. 4:48. Almeida trying to expand this 1-0 lead.
Tayou, Duduka, and JT.
Briggs, good dummy. Duduka hits Kerstetter. Duduka wisely won't let him get in transition. He gets the ball up and out of bounds. Duduka deprived by Kerstetter. Fans, we've got a special QR code headed up on the screen. Check it out. Clover is our sponsor, and they allow you to turn yourself into some really fun characters. Make sure you post them on social media. Chance for Harrisburg Polo jumping out. Di Matteo had the best crack at it. Ball tumbles down. Araujo pries it out of the corner. SK through Almeida. Ball served long for Araujo. And Araujo wasn't able to get the shot off that he quite wanted. Kerstetter helping with that.
That would have been one of the slowest scored goals in MASL history. Had that somehow bounce out of the hands of Hugo Silva. Ooh, Eske's going to get rung up on that one, I think.
that looked worse than it was. Perry
kind of slipped as he went down with it.
Kind of gives the ref a look, but not anything extended.
Yeah, not even really an extended warning to Eske or anything there from the ref. Like I think you were saying, Joey, I think the ref picked up a more of a slip than a push, but enough that he had to. No William Bonahene moment for Paulo there.
Shearer lurking. SK bursts through. Christo back for the first time since stinging the shoulder. Wow. Gets whistled for a foul. That's his first foul in the Family Arena this year. Uri sent to the floor. 3:41 to go in the first. Ambush 1, Heat nothing.
It's the first Academy Award for Mr. Uri as well. After 3 nominations, his first win.
And Favilla on the felt. De Silva. Pestered by Briggs.
I think he missed a little bit of a give-and-go chance there with Favilla.
Gamino to Panton. In the middle, Favilla Polo, and now it's rung off the pink. Woo, in deep. Harrisburg has given us some scares. Polo's kept him out of the bookshelf. De Silva.
Wasn't a lack of a pass there that kept Favilla from scoring a goal. That second part of the play, that was just pure, uncultured, just Paulo.
Gamino
goalkeeping.
De Silva off the board through the middle. De Soma tries to cut off Varela. Michaud, his safety man, I agree. It's the maestro effect of Paulo in the back. Longtime Ambush who celebrates his 40th birthday. And come June.
I mean, that's just pure goalkeeping that right there. It's just strip it down to its core. It's just get big, one-on-one. Can you take away the angle of the shooter? That's exactly what Polo did. No No snuff, no gilding the lily on that one. That was just goalkeeping, ladies and gentlemen.
Almeida inside the goal line. Tayou. Tavernese dismisses it.
Picture perfect indoor pass there from Tayou across the face of the goalie. All you need is one player there, and that's a net.
Tayou off the wall. Tavernese juggles it to himself, the former Utica man as well.
Ah, man, I can't get over how good that pass was off the wall from Tayou, and he's got no one else. Even below, not even below, I think, the arc for an ambush jersey. He can't do it all alone.
And he's posting up again. Going against Camino. Turnage, left foot. Worked hard to get the shot off. And now Thomas earned another. Stepped in against Di Matteo. Silva easy enough. And catapult off the head of Chile. Edge of the box grab by Polo.
Would have been one of the more impressive pinball kind of goals we'd seen in the last few weeks, Joey, if they could have put that one away. Bounced right to him.
75 seconds left in the first. This is the ambush and the Heat on Golazo. No way for Villa. Oh, Niamsi. Oh, kick save. Silva gets the blades on it.
2-on-1, you got to make the pass there, Joey. He's got SK crashing down the right side. There's the 2-on-1 pass.
To Shearer. Polo gets a paddle on it right at the top of the box. Panton keeps it alive. Duduka challenging. Down here, this is actually Yuri against Duduka. Now Kerstetter! Polo! Breaking things up like counterfeit tickets to the Eras Tour. What a diving play from Polo. 4 saves.
Pure goalkeeping, ladies and gentlemen.
Now for Villa off the wall to Silva off the window. Almeida.
We got 3 more quarters worth of this stuff. 3 more quarters worth of this stuff, Joey. Just unbelievable plays there from goalkeeping. I had a whole spiel.
Maybe his best quarter of the season.
I had a whole spiel about the offense of the Heat and how they're breaking things down. But, it doesn't matter when the Brazilian Rob Lowe is breaking things down like that between the pipes. It doesn't. It doesn't matter what an offense does. Great goalkeeping will beat the best offense.
Inside of 10 seconds left in the first. Niamsi kept away by De Silva. Uses Varela. This will take us to the second.
The Heat are challenging Paulo, and that's not what the ambush have done after that first goal from Frank.
Tayou on the scoreboard. Paulo's been amazing. We're headed to the second from the Family Arena on Golazo.
The wait is over. The 2025 MASL season is here. Bigger and better than ever. Get ready for high-speed action, jaw-dropping goals, and fierce competition as your favorite teams battle it out on the field. With intense rivalries, unforgettable moments, and new stars rising, the MASL delivers excitement every week. Get your tickets now and be part of the excitement. because this season, the action is non-stop.
Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo. Alex Postavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics.
From King Louis to St. Louis, the King, Franck Tayou, talking with Lucas Almeida on the bench. Tayou has the goal tonight. Almeida had the game winner against Harrisburg on the 26th. A lot in common for these two guys, right?
Absolutely. Just two veterans who know the game, who play it well, who when the things come down in the crunch moments, you know you can lean on them. Lucas Almeida, a very smart player, coach out there on the field. It's cliche, but when it's true, you just got to say it. And then obviously the King, Franck Tayou, that statue out there, Joe. You know which King, you know which Louis that was.
I'm going to guess 11.
I thought it was the 13th.
13th?
Is it? I thought it was the 13th. You might be right.
Well, you're the resident historian, Matt. Hugo Silva is the resident goalkeeper for Harrisburg. He's the man that Tayou beat early in the first game with a dearth of scoring. Tavernese with the head, testing Paulo, trying to change that thesis early. Paulo perfect so far. 5 saves in the ball game. For the man in the lime green jersey, Niamsi, Thomas, and Varela in the back. Up top, it's Axel Chakute and Franck Tayou. Harrisburg picking up the press over the top, fortuitous bounce. And Frank shoulders it off the wall. Double team comes, tries to slip Thomas. Di Matteo back flicks it out.
Yeah.
Canton's pass ends up angled to Dos Santos. His pass picked off by Thomas.
I appreciate that from Di Matteo. If he's going to back heel it into the offense, you're going to back heel it out of there.
JT has it swiped away by Favilla.
That is
nice work by Niamsi against Soma. Ball Kangaroos past Paulo and Varela.
Joey, that is an insane
over the board.
Insane pass from Favilla. I know it's not going to be on a highlight because
it
didn't lead to a really quality shot, but the angle that Favilla hit that pass down the left side.
It was very impressive. He's got a connection to Franck Tayou. Tayou essentially discovered him in the world of futsal and brought him to the MASL.
Well, I'm not surprised because that was the definition of a futsal pass. A crazy angle.
Harris give to Soma. Big block Chakute. Araujo pressures it out and gets whistled for a fairly obvious foul against Harris. Shane Butler, our senior referee tonight. His crew, the subject of some controversy, though not here. And you're right, Favilla, it's straight off that futsal training ground.
I mean, his body's going to the left side of the field, Joey, and yet he somehow is able to get his right leg up and then play the ball down the right side of the field. I mean, the body control, the passing, the vision to see it, and then to hit that seam, unbelievable from Favilla.
Briggs all over Tavernese. Tavernese gets a cuticle in there, but Paulo ready for it. Picks it up as it snuck through the doggy door. A shot in the back to support him.
I think, Joey, some people watching might be surprised that you can save a soccer ball coming at speed with just a cuticle. It's pretty amazing.
Tavernese, his cuticle, sent it to Paulo. Now Michaud, his cuticles, send it towards Silva. And Silva, a graceful leap at the edge of the rectangle. 1-0 Ambush, 12:50 to go in the second on Family Night at the Family Arena. Ambush are hosting Family Night once again on March 7th. $125 gets you 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and a large popcorn. Find out more at stlambush.com/familypack. Panton slipping Di Matteo. SK, nice defense. Cristo, gorgeous. Michaud, yes sir! All of blood! Jeff Michaud!
I believe that was outside right foot, in stride, into the lower part of the right side of the net, bouncing in low. A little bit of a worm burner. Excuse me, it was the inside, top inside of the left foot to the lower corner, right side of the goal. That's an incredible goal from Jeff
What
Machado.
a ball out of the back as well by Christo.
I was just about to
top
say,
to the bottom.
we talked about Jeff Machado is an incredible defender, what he's going to add to this team, and yet here he is, Joey, early on in the second quarter, and he's sitting on a goal and an assist. And to your point, roles get switched a little bit because how does the defender get a big goal? Robbie Christo getting the big assist.
And that's what Christo does for you. Distribution there out of the back, wonderful, because he has some of the best feet on the team. Quickly on a restart, Thomas, Hulk, dragging against Silva. And it gets fuzzled. Out with it, pass by Harris, touched by De Silva. Favilla makes it 2-1.
And that's why you can't get fancy if you're Duduca. What a play by Favilla. We already talked big time about that pass earlier, Joey, but whew, that was a pretty goal too.
Favilla taking advantage of the lightning fast pace in transition to finally beat Paulo, the ambush keeper. Harris starts it, and De Silva, that's quite a touch. We've seen it before at the Family Arena from the former ambush and Comet. And then Favilla.
Yeah, just turns Kidu as he cuts inside to his left foot. But again, I start that play off at the turnover on offense that leads to the transition, which is Duduca not taking care of a one-on-one chance with a goalkeeper and letting that be the opportunity you get transitioned on. That's rough.
Favilla, bright young talent for
is.
this Harrisburg team, originally from El Paso, Texas. Franck Tayou discovered him in Portland, Oregon at a futsal event.
Yeah, just about to hit his prime, about to turn 27.
Tayou trying to show him what the master can teach the student, but loses it and ends up for a very favorable ambush free kick. Top of the arc, first time we've been set up here this evening.
Thomas
Almeida
behind.
Duduca! Stoned by the mitts of Silva. The fire pokers back to Frank. Wonderful skill! And it's in! Thomas lurking in front! Tayou sent it! Ambush up by a deuce!
Thomas starts out behind the goalie, and then he moves to his left. The goalie's left, that is. The offense is right. And then he slowly but surely, Joey, just moved in front, shaded the goalkeeper. I'm not sure if he got a tip on this one. We'll see right here. But Franck Tayou picking his spot. He found the opening. He still had a 5-hole, a couple people. And JT, 100%, did a great job screening the keeper. It was a little bit off base, and he just gave a little redirection. Silva had no chance at that one. A huge goal for Justin Thomas.
James JT Thomas, what a player he has been in this area for so long. He is a Missouri State alum, Englishman who's battled back from some tough injuries as of late in his ambush career. Looks like they will go ahead and at least keep us from restarting, because it's going to be a challenge by Harrisburg. This play is under review. Silva on the initial stop. Good work by Duduca. And this is going to stand. Harrisburg bench is irate. I didn't see anything. Their challenge is going to fall short. I'm still not sure what they were challenging. Pat Healy certainly has an idea.
Been did James Thomas maybe move a defender out of the way to get that position? Because he was kind of floating there, but that final moment before to kind of get that last minute position, could there have been some contact there? Because Pat Healy was getting a very shoving kind of emoticon, if you will.
Panton slipped Varela.
Emote, if you will.
Favilla on the board, pieces into the corner. Thomas, the man to redirect it in at the line on the other side. Helps it out here.
Thing with Favilla too, Joey, the goal, we saw him cut it on his left. that pass that we were talking about for a while, that was from his right. So we know, very skilled, two-footed player. As we get an odd whistle here, stops everything. And the ambush are going to restart here. Silva was dribbling up. We got a quick whistle and a quick restart.
Almeida to Tayou with the ambush up 3-1. Frank turns that into Dos Santos, and Michaud skulls it back to Paulo.
Joey, this is a kind of a rare, unknown space for the ambush. Haven't been many times where in the first half of games they've had a 2-goal lead and been able to sit on it and kind of potentially build on a lead and put a team away.
Dos Santos reserves. Pat Healy's still very fired up on the bench. And we are thinking that he was challenging, hoping for a handball, though I did not see anything from that official review. And obviously the senior refs did not either. Our friends in the scorer's booth chiming in, and indeed it was a handball challenge, though it was a handless ball challenge in the end, I guess. Did Duduka maybe touch it, you wonder, after the shot came up and bounced high off the gloves of Silva? Maybe that was where they were looking. Yuri goes down, and it's a free kick out of the back by Harrisburg after Christian Briggs is cited for the foul. Gamino will just leave it for Silva. De Silva from Gamino, held up by Thomas. Whirled back through Yuri. Almeida selfless. Gamino smacks it off of Lucas. Got a nutmeg there against Di Matteo. Ambush don't keep the ball. Tayou opportunistic, almost stole it away from in front of Di Matteo. Good move by Harris, opening up Favilla.
I like the little press here we're seeing from the ambush. They almost broke it over here on the left. Got a steal, but pressure, see right there, Favilla turns it over. Oh,
Cristo, that was definitely a handball, but only because he was tripped down. It smacked off his hand. Clear foul on Harrisburg.
Line between no card and a blue card is pretty thin, huh?
After Favilla's foul, you do think about, just talking of cards, Dom Francis, who scratched personal reasons today. He is the MASL leader right now in penalty minutes. Cristo bobs it down to Ryan Quito. Now J.G. Thomas! Underside of the bar. And Quito rescuing. Favilla stealing. Cristo blocking. Pushed out of the back gratefully by Perry. Panton can't handle. Briggs squiggles it off the board. Duduka making his own space. Harrisburg wants an offensive foul as an orange jersey goes down in the center circle. Panton still writhing around. Duduka has it corkscrewed away. And that'll stop play for Panton. 7:42. I wonder if they'll just roll this into the official media timeout.
Yeah, Panton went down on that spin move from Duduka. Hand up to his face. Claiming maybe Duduka's hand slid up there and caught him.
Another look at this close call just a moment ago. Thomas, Silva got a piece.
The worst part is that Duduka, if that ball's coming off a little bit slower.
The hand smack it. It looked like Perry might have got a piece of the ball there with his hand as well. But
if James Thomas rips that one a little bit slower, Joey, it's a meaty rebound for Duduka. But because it came off so hard, it bounced so fast in front of him, he couldn't react to it.
He scored twice in the fourth quarter.
Ooh, they were big.
In a span of 17 seconds, 1:35 left and 1:18 left. Duduka got a pair of goals. That was the ambush brace to give the ambush a chance for that walk-off winner. 7:42 left in the second. Ambush 3, Harrisburg Heat 1 on Galazzo. Halfway through the second, Ambush with a 2-goal lead. Tayou, Michaud, Thomas all on the board. Favila has scored on the other side for Harrisburg. Silva starts it out of the back for them. Harris with him. Almeida and Araujo on the pressure, and Almeida seems like every time we come back, he's blocking another shot or a clearance.
Positioning.
10th year, man, just as youthful as ever in that category.
Positioning, experience, just as important as a lot of things in soccer, right, Joey?
Sure are, and he knows all the angles. Coaches collegiately in Missouri at Hannibal LaGrange, a little northy here.
I hear he's just really good at geometry, too.
Good with a protractor.
How else would you know all the angles?
Yuri looking for an angle. Niamsi won't let him have it. Nice work by Araujo to bumper car it away.
I'm more useful with a sextant than a protractor, personally.
Matt Rockyu.
I'm a boating fella.
He's taking us back to sophomore year geometry class here. Ball taken to the chest of Michaud. Tavernese all over him. Almeida. Favila and Araujo locking horns on the side of the board. Yuri.
Despite the complete lack of cards, it has been a pretty physical game on the board today. Right on that line where the officials haven't felt the need to get involved, which is, in my opinion, Joey, the perfect line. You want to hear the plastic rattle a little bit in this game, don't you?
Sure do. Always fun to sit on the board. Nice work. Louis Perez, the Missouri Baptist alum, yanked it away. We just gave the Ambush a little bit of momentum before Perry separated him from the ball.
Part of 2 Ambush 2 call-ups today. Ryan Kidu's been in the lineup for a few Ambush 1 games, but now Louis Perez joins him.
Good take by SK. He and the King. Whirling SK. Ooh, good defense from DeSoma. Perez took a hatchet to it, but SK's whistled for a foul.
Yeah, SK not happy what DeSoma was able to get away with right there. I can't blame him. Pretty physical game again against the boards, but I thought that shove from DeSoma right there to win that possession was enough of a shove, but also it was enough of a definitive factor in the possession gain by the Heat to be at least worthy of a call.
And that is his 3rd foul of the half. Interior for Shearer. Great job by Niamsi to take a bobsled ride. Looks like Harrisburg might have wanted a handball there as well. They've lost their challenge.
It was a very aggressive tackle, Joe. I'm not taking away the possibility they were just thinking it was a penalty no matter what because of a very aggressive tackle by Niamsi. But man, how many great tackles has he made already in this game?
Nice work to keep it away from Shearer. Downfield, quarterbacked by Paulo. Wide receiver work for Silva.
Little running back work for Silva as well.
Stolen by Almeida before he could arrive for Favila.
What a little pass from Almeida to potentially restart this attack.
Niamsi getting it going. Favila drops Almeida, no call. Yuri across the equator with De Silva to his right. Niamsi, solid defense from behind. Varela collects the loose change. Tayou takes it to the other arcade. Frank to Almeida, through ball, Varela, blocked by De Silva. Mike gets down on the green and blocks the shot. Silva out to Panton, Tavernese off the bench. Di Matteo, spillage, and Michaud sighted here. Good setup for Harrisburg, though their attacker went down pretty easy. This is Jeff Michaud 2.0. He had a little bit of a different look. Longer hair last time he was here.
I don't want to talk about it.
Inactive.
It really hurts me.
At the outset of the season, just activated.
The beard's
in the
incredible.
month of January.
But Joey, I mean, he cut the hair?
Used to have flow. Almeida another block. Still has class.
What are you doing cutting the hair?
Favila. Window work. There's Michaud. Using the body more than the hair to settle that down. Ambush still under heavy pressure. A Harrisburg team that's pushed up in this second quarter with less than 4 minutes now in it. Bringing it again with Dos Santos. Panton. blocked by Varela. Off the wall, Tavernisi runs it down. Panton again catalyzing. Michaud cuts him off. Perry lets it fly. Just west of the post, Duduca slips by Dos Santos. Ball runs off the leash. Silva and Co in the back for Harrisburg. 3:20 left in this second quarter. Stick with us at halftime. Alex Bostavansky is going to catch you up with scores and highlights from around the league. We'll talk about this exciting first half that's seen some great moments from the ambush, including a goal and an assist by Franck Tayou. Tayou off the bench, Gamino with the ball. Harris back in the fishbowl.
Niamsi isolated in the box right now. They're trying to shade Paolo with an attacker.
That's Shearer hanging out around the goal. Favila back to the lip of the circle.
Shearer, big body, 5'10", 200 pounds. Good body to shield the tender down low.
Favila.
They got DeSoma down there now as well.
Good turn, DeSoma. Harris makes his own space, and Favila
Beautiful
bodies it home
setup.
on the goal line. It looked like Tayou got a piece on the cross. Favila right there to take it out of the mailbox.
He might have, but look at that setup we talked about. So it was Shearer's down low. Then DeSomo kind of joins him. They both go to the kind of the elbows, if you will. Then they run an attacker down the left wing, which opens up all that space. And then Favela fills the backside on the right side that has been opened up by everyone ball watching, and he's right there. No one covers Favela. There's Niamsi. Niamsi's covering the inside man. No one covers Favela, who leaks in the backside, that right wing. No one covers him. No one looking. Everyone's checking middle and gets an easy goal. Favela's having an absolute game, Joey.
Almeida went aerial for Quito. Ambush won't keep it in this end. Certainly the complexion of this first half has changed. Ambush looked like it was party time. Suddenly it's a one-goal game. Quito, Perry, Almeida, laser downfield, touched by the head of Kerstetter. Araujo trying to get onto it. It's Silva instead. That was pretty clearly a hand from Yuri, who ends up on his back. Ambush bench wanted the hand. They are incredulous about the foul. Favila against Quito. Favila brings. Harris didn't get it the way he wanted. $1.36 left in the change jar. Ambush 3, Harrisburg Heat 2. Ambush and Heat. This is our second game of the season on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. Make sure you're with us on Golazo once again February 28th against Utica. Franck Tayou through Favila.
Great cut there by Almeida. He was looking for the setup with the Franck Tayou playing that hold-up play, but good coverage by the Heat. They were doubling Tayou and they were able to send another body just late enough to kind of tag Almeida in that cut. But that's how you score goals when you have Franck Tayou. Use him as a catalyst.
Minute
He'll
left.
find ways to score himself.
Yuri. Michaud disrupts. Paulo is slightly out of the box. Luckily, it's behind Harris on the service by Yuri. Varela with about 45 seconds. Back through Paulo. Michaud. Stolen by Kerstetter. Angled perfectly to Yuri. Paulo falling to the floor. Shot right down the middle. No trouble with that. 30 seconds now left in the first half. Ambush 3, Heat 2. Luis Perez out of the center circle. Back to Briggs and Michaud. Cross field, Quito under 20. One last push for the ambush. 10 seconds, Quito with Perez. Couple of ambush, two guys linking up. Quito not able to get a shot off. Panton on the take. And that'll send us to the horn. It's family night at Family Arena. Ambush 3, Heat 2. This is MASL Soccer on Galazo.
It's time to raise a little hell. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Saturday, March 1st at the Family Arena. With special guests, Molly Hatchet and the Georgia Satellites. This is the farewell tour of the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
And keep your hands to yourself.
Tickets on sale now at the Carroll House Furniture box office, located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster.
Shoot! He
What's going on, everybody? This is the MASL in 5. It's your chance to get caught up on everything that went down in the MASL over the past week in just 5 minutes. Let's go.
We're actually going to have a Comet representative coming up. I'll tell you in a second. Here's Nathan Dirtle! He gets his first goal!
Nathan Dirtle gets his first MASL goal for the KC Comets on Teddy Bear Toss Night, no less. Thousands of bears collected for charity by the Comets, who were taking on the Chihuahua Savage that night. The team, they are trying to unseat as league champions, and the Comets sent a message. They will be a force to be reckoned with. They handed the Savage just their second loss of the campaign, taking it 5-2. 3 days later, the Savage continued their Midwest swing against Milwaukee. This game had everything. Mario Alvarez made it 6-5 wave in the fourth quarter, but with just over 2 minutes remaining, the Mexicans knotted it up. This one needed overtime.
And they work for 1-2. Shot saved by
Oh no.
Augie Ray, but the rebound followed. Gallego scores. And the Chihuahua Savage win it in overtime, 7-6.
And Milwaukee had better luck against Utica, though, 2 days previous. With 47 seconds left in the game, Vinny Dantas ties it up for the Blues off this beauty. But then, the weirdest finish so far to any game this season.
Coughlin's got to make something happen. Ball rolls. Oh no, this one might end. And it does. The wave. The final second of play in the Adirondack Bank Center, and Milwaukee walks away with all 3 points.
With 1 second remaining on the clock. Ouch if you're Utica. Some hot players from last week. Dom Francis continues to have a tremendous season for Harrisburg. The man from Huddersfield, England, had 6 points in 2 games. That included a 4-point performance against Dallas. Jesus Pacheco, hat-trick in an 8-5 blast win over the Sidekicks. Jesus now 14 points on the season so far. And Justin Stinson of the Empire Strikers had a great week for the boys in purple against Utica in the return match. He had a hat trick, including that beauty right there, getting Philly and the boys out of their seats. The MASL All-Star Game, of course, taking place on February 12th in Utica, New York. It includes an All-Star Skills Challenge at 6 p.m., All-Star Game at 7:15, and followed by the All-Star Fan Fest after that. It all happens February 12th in Utica, New York. Your Players of the Week brought to you by Green Drop, and they are goalkeeper Philip Ejimadu, defensively Chad Vandegrift, offensively Kelvin Oliveira of Utica. This is just getting ridiculous. After missing several games, he returned. He had 9 points total, 8 points in one single game in a win against Milwaukee, though. Defensively, Vandegrift, talk about a monster game against Chihuahua. Sure, he had 2 goals, but he also had 10, count them, 10 blocks for the Comets, and in between the posts that night, goalkeeper Ejimadu coming up huge as well for KC. 19 saves to go along with 2 assists as well. Okay, time for your Plays of the Week.
Still with Kelvin, and it trickles in. Oliveira scores. It's 5-4. Riggy's right back within 1. Coughlin's got to make something happen. Ball rolls. Oh no, this one might end. And it does. The Wave, the final second of play.
For the lead indoor soccer. Here we see Brian Orozco checking into the game for Clayson DeLiva. Que golazo! That was the goal of the game. Brian Orozco jumping into the stands.
And here goes Kelvin Oliveira. Onto his left foot. He finds the back of the net. An absolute strike. Works across, and Alvarez rifles a shot in the top left corner.
Here in the first. Quickly behind. Volley gets one.
Escalante from downtown. Shazam! Moves in left side. Shot blocked by Tavernisi. Follow-up goal with 1.6 seconds on the clock.
Willie B only finds Oliveira, who can take a shot from distance, and it's in the back of the net. Oh my word, what a strike from Kelvin Oliveira. From his own half, he finds the goal.
Yeah, and just a reminder, of course, that to stay up to date with everything that's going on with the league, including great feature stories, the latest news, statistics, you can head to the MASL's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive 1 free core service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
Hi, my name is Ashton Fry, and I'm here with St. Louis Ambush player Franck Tayou, number 15, also known as the King of Indoor Soccer. You have been in the game for a long time now. How did you get your start with the MASL?
Right out of college, I was on my way to meet an agent in LA, and I stopped in Vegas. They happened to have an expansion team there, so I went at the combine, and I scored a couple of goals and got a contract, and the rest is history.
And what do you want people to know most about the MASL or indoor soccer in general?
I think indoor soccer is the most exciting game. There's a lot of goals being scored, a lot of talent in our league that have been overlooked in other areas of the game, and I'm just appreciative that we have this opportunity to still live our dreams.
And as I mentioned earlier, your nickname, the King, how did that come about?
I think it came from, just the things that I've been able to do on and off the field. It's not necessarily about the goals or anything like that, more so about the influence that I've had, not just in the game, but also off the field with some of the humanitarian things that I've done. I'm here to serve, and I'm glad that I've been in this position and that I keep going.
Mm-hmm. Is there any particular player that has influenced your game?
Yes, Greg House is one of them, Leo Gibson, and undoubtedly Craig Charles.
And what's the most inspiring words that you have ever received?
Never give up on your dreams.
Amazing. And can you get more in depth on that?
Well, following your dream is a lonely road. It's having a vision, it's, going through trials and tribulation, but somehow believing that you will get to the point you want to get to. Typically, people give up right when they're about to get the big break, and that's when the mental aspect comes into it. And that's my mission, is inspiring people to follow their dreams and to always believe in themselves.
Thank you so much. My name is Ashton Fry, and this was a talk with Franck Tayou.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play. The wait is over. The 2025 MASL season is here. Bigger and better than ever. Get ready for high-speed action, jaw-dropping goals, and fierce competition as your favorite teams battle it out on the field. With intense rivalries, unforgettable moments, and new stars rising, the MASL delivers excitement every week. Get your tickets now and be part of the excitement, because this season, the action is non-stop.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X. Subscribe today to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more.
A minute away from the second half at Family Arena. Ambush 3, Heat 2, MASL Soccer on Golazo. Harrisburg significantly out shooting the ambush, but once again, block shots a huge factor for this St. Louis ambush defense. Paulo's been good, and we've stepped in front of plenty.
Obviously, this has been a collective group effort on the defensive side, like you're saying. Those block shots, staying in front of Paulo. In fact, the one time we've seen them one of the times we've seen them score is because we've seen them get bodies in front of the goalkeepers on both sides of the ball there. So those block shots, always a huge factor. But again, those 3 saves have been monumental for the ambush.
First quarter action, Franck Tayou gets the goal scoring started just 2 minutes into the game. So glad that he is back.
How does it make it look that easy?
Always does, and thanks to Ashton Fry for talking with him. Great work from Jeff Michaud on an incredible feed by Robbie Christo to make it 2-0. And then the top overall pick from the MASL Combine, Noe Favila, got Harrisburg on the board before Tayou sent one through that James Thomas tipped on home to run it to 3-1. Favila once again made it a Harrisburg comeback effort. 3-2. Paulo kept the ambush lead intact, falling and making the save against Mike De Silva. Of course, there's 2 ambush keepers on this roster, and it does look like Pollo Cortez, as we have often seen, is going to be the keeper in the second half.
Yeah, coaches were a little bit cagey with what would be the impetus that would cause a switch for the goaltending. One of the things could have been a little bit extra ball handling, a little extra offensive punch, because Paulo still looks like he's 21, but is in the 40s now, and so getting up and down the field because of the knee can be a little bit more problematic for him if you ask him to do that borderline 6th-man attacker kind of stuff. Pollo, a little bit younger, a little bit more fleet of foot. He can get out there and get involved in that. We'll see if they do it.
Former goalkeeper for FC Dallas, Pollo Cortez, between the pipes here in the second. William S.K. feeding back to Lucas Almeida as we get underway with the second half.
And you mentioned William S.K. Big thing for him, Joey, in that first half seems he's about 100%. He was listed as probable coming to this game, a calf injury. The guy with his speed, that can be a little bit problematic.
Yuri de Kerstetter backdoor. We're tied.
I mean, you got to give up the offense there. I mean, that is tic-tac-toe perfection from the offense of the Heat right there. There's nothing you can do about that for the ambush. They get you on a back heel. They get you isolated one-on-one. And as soon as they get you isolated one-on-one in transition like this, we're going to see it here in a moment. As soon as they get them isolated one-on-one like this, Joey, one man's got to beat somebody, and that's the winner right there. Kerstetter just beats his man one-on-one. On the backside, he gets Di Matteo right there because Di Matteo keeps running even after the ball moves away from his strong side to the opposite side. Di Matteo keeps his run going. That's the key to making that goal happen. Isolate them one-on-one in transition. Hit the man in the open space.
Isolates the ball to Duca!
Ambush lead! What are the chances, Joey, after I made the joke about the slowest goal we've ever seen, what are the chances that that's the game where this happens?
Gets the glasses to go with it from Mo NDI. Duca hugging Mo and celebrating with him, and Dylan Hundelt, a couple of scratches in the ambush on the board. A little bit of a misplay by Favila, who's been so good. And Varela slotting Hulk, not an easy shot, ends up on his back with the ball in the back. 4-3 ambush. 54 seconds into the third.
Hulk gets the nickname not only for his size, Joey, but also it's the way he shoots the ball. And so for him just to kind of roll one past Silva that might have even got slowed down on a tip, that was pretty impressive.
He shoots it pretty darn good against this Harrisburg team.
That too.
He's got 3 goals in 2 games against them. All have come in the second half. And really, they've all come in the last about 30 minutes of game play. He's scored inside of 95 seconds twice in Harrisburg. Well, Pollo Cortez, after allowing one, the 31-year-old going short with Almeida.
And we got to put this game on Duca watch. The first and last 90 seconds of every quarter, apparently. This game is now on Duca watch.
Niamsi down to SK. Crazy start to the third, but it's picking up where the second left off. This was just 1-0 after 15 in favor of the ambush. Deshaun, the man who made it 2-0. Nice settle. Saran wrapped it, though, over to Silva. Perry launching. Di Matteo swatted down by Poyo. Had to be careful. Tiptoeing at the top of the box. Shouldered it down to himself. Ujo cross field from SK, refeeding to Varela. He's got 3 assists now in the last 2 games. Varela against this Harrisburg outfit.
How about that heads-up play by Polio?
Snaking to Tayou. Varela! Wanted to be on the sharp end of it. Silva dulls the knife. Dangerous passing. Gamino swiveling against Frank. Goes down pretty easy. In front of the board, it's Perry. Giving it back to him, and now Yuri. Stripped by Almeida, grappled with him a bit. Almeida orbiting him, Tayou. Michaud off to his right, and Almeida is sent on a downward fall. This is coming just north of the bow and arrow.
Just the intensity from him, it's
fired
it's
up.
So fun to watch, but it just always shocks me, Joey, because when you talk to him, you don't get that level from him.
Taduka down low. Tayou underside of the bar. Second time that's happened to the ambush. Thomas also victimized. Yuri slithering through. Favila. Poyo able to douse the fire, and Taduka just goes blasting, high hopping into the corner. Frank catches up. Perry on him. 1-on-2. Taduka catching up. Tayou turnaround shot right into the boots of Perry. And Tayou will sprint it back toward the ambush goal.
I mean, Pollo Cortez with a save with his foot, Joey. You don't
Thomas
see that often.
DeLuis! Perez hits it off the top side of the bar.
I'm not a fan of 2x4s today.
We've hit the pink enough times that it could be a 7-3 game. Silva an easy pickup. The latest one, Luis Perez, good to see him out here with his family before the game on family night. Family members on the field included Miguel Perez, St. Louis City midfielder. Panton found an inch of space. SK stuck the boot back. Poyo pick up and roll. Araujo had it disrupted by Gamino. Michaud, sleek down the middle. Give off Perez! SK was at the back door. Louis. SK okay. Back post, ambush. 5-3, less than 5 into the third quarter.
I mean, that might be one of the prettiest passing goals we've seen from the ambush this entire season, Joey. You get Michaud here, working it up from the backside, bringing it out from the offense into the midfield, into the offense from the defensive side, and then a perfect one-touch pass from Louis on the diagonal. And who's sitting there on the very back corner? It's the man, Will Eske. That is a crucial play from the ambush. Again, I don't know if we've seen a full-court run, quick ping-pong little pass like that from the ambush this entire season, Joey. That is beautiful soccer.
Terrific stuff for an ambush team that is responding very well to squandering the lead early in this third. Araujo lets it loose with Silva creeping up.
I wasn't 100% confident Silva knew where the ball was.
Nor was I. It went
I think
wide.
he did. Based on how nonchalant he was, and he didn't do like a really he didn't react in a way that said he didn't, but man, he really played that in a very nonchalant way.
Poyo, a little more chalant with this. Wanted Cristo.
Dude, does that word work like that?
We're making it that way. We're fitting it in
Is
for Galazzo, our Galazzo
Is chalant
fans.
a word?
Tayou. Favila picks it up. We're scrambling toward dictionary.com as
no, we're not.
We drip under 10.
We already got the Louis. We already got the King Louis wrong for St. Louis. We don't need
it was Louis.
The 9th.
It was Louis Perez. Speaking of Louis, I thought SK was letting it go in maybe, and he kind of pointed at him, and now the official ruling has come through. It is Louis Perez. I thought SK
we got a
might have
King.
intentionally sort of whiffed on that to let Louis get the goal.
We got a King. We got a Louis. Somebody's wearing 9, I'm sure. We got all the ingredients we need, Joey.
Cristo wearing 11. And down, scrabbling with him, De Soma. Cristo whistle for the foul. He's got a beautiful assist in this game. Michaud, he gets the assist on the Perez goal. Everything went through Michaud, going right down Main Street. And this was a foul on Harrisburg. My apologies on that. Christo, he's the one set up against Harris and pops it off of him. Let's do it again. .9:03 left in period 3. Jeff Michaud. Chile through Almeida. Tayou comes out beyond the gold line. A game of runs. Ambush up 2-0, 3-1. This is the third time we've had a 2-goal lead. Harrisburg scored less than 30 seconds into this third. Di Matteo after some pretty passing of their own. That tie short-lived. Duduka and Perez have scored. Piece downfield. Tayou. Oh, good lead for Almeida. Thomas in the area as well. Shearer ended up on his spine. An object fell out of the stands. And how about that? Ambush just out of nowhere, able to poke it in. It'll be a good goal. A lightning fast restart out of the corner as they were cleaning up a little piece of foam that fell out on the board. Everybody was looking there, and the Ambush real quick restarted it. Goal scored by Franck Tayou up top.
They're going to let that.
It's 6-3.
They're going to let that stand?
Tayou just simple. Well, it is a good goal, says the referees. And Frank throws the
And Joey, a little
souvenir ball, courtesy of Seidman Cancer Center to the fans.
A little clarification on goal number 5 for the Ambush, going back just a minute. Will Eske actually did not touch the ball as it came across the line. That was shocking to me. Yeah. I have no idea how Will Eske didn't touch the ball.
I think he might have done it on purpose.
I'm not sure if he did it on purpose or not, because I mean, you almost always try to get a foot on it no matter what.
Well, you tell him it was on purpose. You're a veteran.
Yeah, but I mean, it's risky not to. I don't know if it looked like he stepped right over it on accident. But anyhow, third career game in the MASL First League. First time this season we've seen Luis Perez, and that is his first career MASL goal. Obviously, he's been prolific at times in the 2 league, but to come up here to the A League, the First League, if you will, and to bury this one, his first one off the Michaud pass. I mean, Eske looked like he swung at that. Eske looked like he swung his foot at that one.
Courtesy swing.
Yeah, it looks like, courtesy swing. I like that,
well,
Joey, always
Tayou
complimentary.
Right after on a sneaky restart that was fed to him by Almeida. Thomas was kind of standing around the ball with Almeida before that lightning quick restart.
I'm surprised we didn't get a challenge from Harrisburg on that one, considering the context
Healy
around it.
Was real mad. Now, they lost that challenge earlier in the game.
Yep, you're right. That's the
first half handkerchief that kind of snuck in as well.
Yep.
It's kind of a hurried after the goal. They took a real quick look at it.
It's been a sneaky game.
Pollo got to admit to that. Ball snuck out, but the blue card has snuck out as well. Shane Butler, our senior referee, he's going to be escorting someone to Exile Island. First blue card of the game, and it comes with 7:09 left in the third quarter. Tayou, his second goal, his third goal contribution, has built this 6-3 lead. Ambush will be the first team, though, into the box. Luis Perez cited for a foul.
It also worries me, Joey, that they haven't put that padding back up yet.
There's a little piece of the padding piping on the board on the corner that kind of diverted attention before the Ambush scored the last goal. Looks like this is still going to come out as a penalty shot. So a power play pending this penalty shot opportunity. And it's going to be Harris who is going to take it for Harrisburg. Penalty shot against Pollo Cortez. About halfway through the third, Harrisburg trying to get back into the game. Harris blasting and shelving. 7:08. Harrisburg trims the Ambush lead to 6-4, and Louis, one of our goal scorers in the third, going to come out of the box and head back to the bench.
Yeah, there's a lot of different spots that the Heat are going to need to keep getting scoring from to win this game and come back without a Dom Francis in the lineup. One of the spots you're not wondering where you're going to get production from, that's Malcolm Harris, and he absolutely just hammers that one.
6-4 Ambush, we're back on the other side of this break. It's the Major Arena Soccer League on Golazo.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news.
We are back at the Family Arena. Christian Briggs, as the Ambush tried to mount the attack to Franck Tayou, sends one up over the frame. 6-4, things have changed somewhat as Harris smacked home the penalty shot just moments ago to get Harrisburg back within 2. No Dom Francis for them tonight, along with Tavernisi, their top goal contributor this season. It's going to be an uphill battle. Ambush, though, without Dylan Hundelt, Mo NDI. On the defensive side, Yuri wanted to go past Niamsi. SK comes back to help with that. Michaud dismisses it. Silva gets a little fancy. Spoons it in the air, falls down off the boot of SK. Michaud. Tayou, good back header. Almeida tried to refeed him, and Kerstetter just says away with that. Niamsi gets it back under control for an Ambush team that's done very well tonight, has never trailed, though has lost a lead back to 3-3 earlier in this quarter. Response very good, outscoring them 3-1 since. Tayou trying to make it 4-1. That's his second of the period, third of the game. Hits it into Kerstetter. Varela wanted to revitalize the opportunity. That looked like a whole lot of ball, but the whistle will benefit Panton.
If a guy goes in like that and makes contact, and it's enough for you to stop the play, then that tackle was enough for a card. And so if it's not enough for a card, it was enough ball that it wasn't enough for any kind of whistle at all. It's either a tackle of that level is either clean because of ball or it is a card level tackle. There is no middle ground. Which one is it? You got to choose there, and that one should have been play on.
Varela's line of longitude extends all the way to Silva. Perry catches a body from Cristo.
That's
Silva.
That's a good gray area foul from Robbie Cristo.
Soma pulls it back against Cristo. Finds Perry, stripped clean by Araujo.
Gray area.
Dos Santos backtracking. Araujo a shot. Silva goes down. There's a man down for Harrisburg, and this looks bad.
Yeah.
Some sort of non-contact injury.
Yeah, they need to stop. They need to get a stoppage here.
Says you got to stop it.
It looks like I think he legitimately might have messed his leg up there, Joey.
Well, it is DeSoma in quite a bit of pain. Athletic training crew going to come on out to at least have a conversation, if not more. Fans, do you have a group of 10 or more who want to attend an ambush game at a discounted rate? We're here to help. Send an email to info@stlambush.com to request more information. I'll tell you, it'd be a great night to come on out. Friday, February 28th, the St. Louis Ambush are taking on Utica City FC. It's Star Wars night with the Ambush, so come on out early and get your photo taken with over 24 characters. Plus, it's Siteman Cancer Center's bobblehead giveaway. The Ambush haven't shared with us yet who the bobblehead is of, but rumors are it's a fan favorite.
And I tell you what, Harrisburg got lucky there because when he blew a tire there, Varela was wide open in what would have been a 2-on-1 versus the keeper. And unfortunately, they couldn't hit it.
Back on the bench now, Tavernese sends it over the glass, wanted to call on Briggs, which has been granted. Tavernese, very solid MASL player and a very solid presence for this Harrisburg team. Coming back to this franchise after a sojourn through Utica. Harris in the middle. Smacked just wide of the post. Tavernese tattooed it. Favila collects in the back. Dos Santos off the wall. Refeeding back to Favila. 4:36 left in the third.
Ooh.
Ambush up by 2. And watch out, that review monitor is breakable, boys. As are the glasses that the refereeing crew is wearing down there in the review box. Everybody all right?
Also, the referee and crew themselves.
We're all breakable.
Only emotionally for some of us.
SK back to Almeida. And Rocchio getting philosophical on CBS Sports Golazo tonight.
Also just emotional.
Well, I always like it when you get
say,
emotional. It's always, that's a
standard. We've ever heard a goal
now.
call from Joey. We know what that sounds like for somebody to get emotional on a broadcast.
We'll see if they can get me emotional again. It's kind of an emotional night, family night. We had a chance to catch up with assistant coach Donnie Alberti. And he said, you know, it's just so huge as much as you travel in professional soccer, and he's coaching college soccer with Fontbonne here and many other programs.
Well,
you have to have a family that supports you, and sometimes it's good to have a family to go home and vent to a little bit as
it's also,
well.
I think, important, too, because coming into the night, there was one professional goal scored by a Perez brother. Now there's 2. Bragging rights. All right, there, little bro Miggy. Let's get after this one.
Last June, or pardon, 2 Junes ago, June 23rd, Miggy Perez scoring at City Park. Had scored in the U.S. Open Cup about a week before that as well in the Chicago area. Spent last year with Birmingham, USL, as his brother Louis got a chance with Ambush 2 and got called up to the MASL squad at the end of last season.
I don't count pre-6th round Open Cup goals.
Louis off the board. Tayou.
But, man, what a story for Louis Perez to get his first MASL goal in his 3rd game. Played 2 again last year, playing his first one this year. And really the story of Ambush 2, providing players to the Ambush, has just been an incredible story. And obviously creating that pipeline with the USL 2 announcement earlier this year. Or earlier this week, I should say, Joey.
USL 2 games will be played at his alma mater, Missouri Baptist. Louis gives it a thump, but after Tayou splashed it off the board, ends up way wide. Check out the St. Louis Ambush social media pages and stlambush.com for more information on the upcoming USL 2 season. Duca!
Hey, Joe, that's how I found out
around
about
Harris.
I mean, I'm working for the team, and I found out about it because that's how good the social medias are. Get your follow on.
At STL Ambush on Instagram is where I found it. That's nudged back by SK. Almeida. Ooh, one of the extra pass laterally to Duca. SK! The slingshots one rejected by the mitts of Silva. Maintained by Di Matteo. Less than 2. Ambush up by 2. Late in the 3rd. Parabola's up to the fans.
Clean
Fan in the
snag.
cap. Yeah, that's great. Great hands.
Is that an old newsboy cap and the snag?
Jeff Locker watching from the Ambush bench, head coach.
That's the most St. Louis thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Guys watching indoor soccer in an old newsboy cap and just made a clean save like he's out at Tillis Park in 1984. That's the most St. Louis thing I've ever seen.
It sure is. Just add in a toasted Rav.
The arch somewhere in the skyline.
They have a guy here with the Heat, Tavernese. He's known as Big Rav Tav.
Oh, and T-Rav, I like that.
He's in the home of the T-Ravs, and our T-Ravs have cooled down his heat. Christo.
Oh, well played.
About 60 seconds left, up by 2. Always
His
fishing for a compliment.
Marinara's a little chilly today.
I like a good chili marinara.
I like it a little hot.
Christo. Tayou making this hot. Turns it into Kerstetter. It balloons up. Out of play, 48.8 seconds left in third period at the Family Arena. Tayou excellent, and I'll tell you, fans, this is the perfect time to take out those phones and scan the QR code on your screen. It's time to escape the cold and get to a more tropical environment. Share your Tucanos cam images on socials and tag STL Ambush for a chance to win tickets to an MASL game.
Man, Lucas Almeida, that would have been a perfect way to end this third quarter. He's becoming deadly in the final minute of games.
Ooh, Thomas Tayou off the board. Almeida goes down courtesy of De Silva. There is no favorable whistle coming for the ambush on that. Under 20, good intercept by Thomas. Mini collision around the boards between him and Perry. Thomas wants to go quick again. Almeida with about 10. Lucas Tayou, wide open goal! Franck Tayou, the king, he has returned. Viggo Mortensen mode at the Family Arena, and the lead swells again to 3. Off the King's royal boot.
Joey, how many times this year have we talked about and made jokes about how quick restarts have never worked for the ambush the last few years? And here we have 2 goals coming from quick restarts, including that is the most pure quick restart goal we have seen the ambush score in the last 4 seasons. I mean, quick play, out of bounds, put the ball down, one pass, one man beat. Tayou's wide open because the defense is scrambling. The easiest goal that he has ever scored for point number 561.
And Harrisburg is having some weirdness on the restart. Now they finally get it off the mark. Final seconds under 5. Favila turned it into De Silva. And just as the ball starts to head out, the horn does blow. Tayou's got a hat trick plus an assist. The ambush lead 7-4 against the Harrisburg Heat. This is a special presentation of the Major Arena Soccer League. CBS Sports, Golazo Network.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo. Alex Bostavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Disagree with a call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Levanko and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube.
Fourth quarter. Franck Tayou. The last time we were on Golazo, we certainly missed him. Lost 7-5 to the Empire Strikers, his former team. Now Duduka placing the crown on his head. A hat trick for Tayou plus an assist. Duduka, he scored once in the third. Tayou scored twice, and the Ambush have their healthiest lead of the night as we start the fourth.
I gotta make a correction after those were that last one was point number 563 for Mr. Franck Tayou. My apologies, King. Shorted you 2 points there.
I'm sure it won't be long until it changes again.
Yeah, right. You're right about that one, Joey. One of the big things here, Joey, last time we entered the fourth and final frame between these two teams earlier this week, it was a 4-1 lead for the Heat. Now the Ambush are the ones leading by 3 goals. Can they maintain what the Heat could not and win this game out of here? We'll see.
Araujo to Luis Perez, who picked up his first Ambush goal.
Biggest difference in that fourth quarter.
Third.
Ambush dominated possession, and the Heat were not able to get involved at all in that fourth quarter. So right off the bat here, the Ambush controlling the ball early. This is something the Heat were not able to do when they let the Ambush come back. Good way, turn it around right now for Locker and co.
And talking to Locker's assistant, Donnie Alberti, before the game, he said, the key to our comeback in Harrisburg, just a sense of urgency. It wasn't necessarily something the coaches were doing tactically, though they played a lot with a sixth attacker, just high octane, high urgency type of effort. And absolutely out of necessity, a necessity that this Harrisburg team is feeling right now. This loss would really be a blow to their playoff chances. Ambush entering the night 1 point behind Dallas for the final spot. Harrisburg 2 points behind Dallas for a playoff spot. Dallas was in KC, and they lost a heartbreaker, gave up 3 goals in about the final 3 minutes, as the Comets kept them stuck at 9 points. Ambush trying to leapfrog them into the playoffs. Now, there's plenty of season left. They're still a ways from that playoff, quarterfinal, semifinal round at Front Wave Arena out in Oceanside, California. Turnage and jousted home by Dos Santos. De Silva to Dos Santos. Harrisburg once again strikes early in a quarter.
Adriano Dos Santos doing exactly what you need to do. You got to chip away at it early and often if you want to take the lead and tie it back up. Right there, does a good job of just kind of looping through the Ambush defense. He was the one who brought it down the left side. He drops it off, and he just kind of loops behind the goalkeeper, keeps on working his way through. The defense takes their eye off him for just a split second, and that's when he changes direction, cuts back inside the box in front of Pollo, and he's right there for an easy pass and an even easier goal.
That's 3 goals that Pollo Cortez has surrendered. Paulo played the first half, let in 2. SK headed down. Tayou! Oh, more and more! It's 4! The King unstoppable tonight!
Incredible for the King. Frankie Tayou continues to add on to that stack. Almost 500 goals as he puts 4 onto that tally tonight. And a huge 8th goal to put the lead back in 3. And what a header from Will Eske. Not often, Joey, do you see headers successfully get the kind of meat and the power and the speed that Will Eske got on that one to skip across the defense and walk right into the path of Will Eske. I do want to say a little bit of congratulations, Joe. I don't want to overlook this really quickly. Adriano Dos Santos getting his first goal of the season earlier for the 5th goal by the Heat. And again, Franck Tayou closing in on 500 for his career.
Back and forth, teams trading goals within about 20 seconds of each other. Frank unstoppable. Heat looking unstoppable. DiMatteo, his second of the game, goes down to his derriere to sweep that home. And Harrisburg has pulled back within 2. There's been 3 goals in the last 32 seconds. They've had 2 of them to make it 8-6.
This one will not go away cleanly, but I'm okay with it, Joey, because it's going to be exciting. Beautiful little setup here. They play that hold-up game and then a classic Wallace score. You'll see that on all the socials today. And obviously, DiMatteo falling away, able just to kind of throw his foot out there, make contact, and get the ricochet he needed past Pollo. I wonder if we're going to see a change here in the highlighter yellow jersey, Joey.
Paulo, the starting goalie, does not have his gloves on the bench. He is sitting close to the rail with Robbie Cristo. Looks like Pollo, who was playing in the Kings League Italian Championship over the last month or so. Gorgeous feed! James Thomas! Ole! Croquet! Yay! Ambush! Back to a triple lead!
Talked about Pollo getting involved in the offense a little bit more. Perfect pass there, and then nothing better than a 5-hole shot to send you into celebration with another one tinkling the twine. Woo-hoo-hoo! 9 goals for the Ambush, and this is looking like a classic indoor soccer game, Joey. Pat Healy talked about it. Hey, that's what happens sometimes in these fourth quarters. Things get a little bit wild. We got to shore up our defense, but right now the offense is showing you what an indoor soccer game can look like. Back and forth scoring. We're getting Wallace scores. We're getting goalies involved in the offense. Everything you want from this game, Joey. We're seeing it right now on
Pat
CBS
looked
Sports.
Like he could barely watch it as his defense lost Thomas. Great finisher, Thomas, who hit the chili celebration as well. He's got 2 tonight. Goes into the Cole Palmer cold celebration. What a ball from Pollo with Paulo looking on. We've seen 2 balls played out of the back tonight that have just been exquisite. One by Cristo, one by Pollo Cortez. Varela trying to add his name to that list. Pretty good ball off the wall. Araujo!
I gotta say,
Perry
Joey,
made him peel it back. Favila gobbles it up.
It's hard to top a 4-goal game from Tayou, but the quality of the 2 goals from James Thomas tonight, I'm saying James Thomas right now is the player of the game. He has been incredibly crucial. His 2 goals have been huge. They've come at big times, and they've been absolutely just pinpoint strikes in the moment.
And one of them assisted by Frank in the first half. Pollo back to a familiar spot. Good chip downfield. Michaud, his new haircut, sends it up just over the glass.
I mean, Joey, once you get almost 700 points, I mean, they start to mean a little bit less, don't they?
Well,
like
judging by the
he gets like
interview
0.9 spirit points essentially for each point now, 0.7.
Boy, he is just as committed as ever. This is his best game of the season, best game in an Ambush jersey. Tayou, no hesitation during that halftime interview, saying, best advice I ever got, follow your dreams and never give up on your dreams. He calls it a long and lonely road at times following those dreams. They've taken him to the heights and beyond in indoor soccer, the greatest player in MASL history. Still on the field, he is in the offensive end as the Ambush look to win it back in the defensive end. De Silva has it squirmed to him from DiMatteo. Harris with 10 and change. He's got a penalty kick goal in this second half.
Big question, obviously, here when you have a deficit a little bit bigger. Offense is slowing down a little bit here, but with the way the scoring is going here, I wonder if we see a much later wait until maybe the 6th attacker from the Heat, because we've seen they can pile in goals pretty quickly here. Maybe you don't risk that 6th attacker.
4 goals scored in 57 seconds at the outset of this fourth quarter. Harris shown to the green mattress. 9:50 left in the fourth. Ambush up by 3.
At the same time, the reason you lost is because when you did have a lead, the other team did go to a 6th attacker early, and they were able to bang some goals in because of that. So 2 sides of the coin, a little bit of catch-22 decision here from Pat Healy. No 6th-man jersey out yet.
Yes. Disrupted by Thomas. Squirts back to Dos Santos. More offensive-minded. Silva offensive-minded as well. Looks awkward. Thomas goes for a take. Ends up going for a slip and slide. Yuri goes quick, trying to use the ambush's tactic against us. Tavernese couldn't secure. Defense by Niamsi. Now SK up the left side treadmill. Chile.
Really love the way the officials have let this game play. It's been physical. They've let the quick restarts happen, which have given us some good offense. They haven't got distracted by little things like padding falling off a window.
We've only had one blue card in the game.
Yeah.
Michaud. Back to Niamsi. Looks like maybe he had a chance to turn. Instead has to use the escape hatch. Michaud, after getting it at the top of the arc and maybe not making as much as he could have, brings it back. Jeff to Duca. Family night. We've got another one March 7th. Great prices, $125. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and a large popcorn. Visit stlambush.com/family pack for more information on our next family night, March 7th.
Yeah, it's kind of like a social media thing they have going in baseball now, the 9x9 challenge, Joe. You get a little 4x4 here at the Ambush game. 4 quarters, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks, 4 tickets.
And a large popcorn.
And a large popcorn. We're even adding one in there, 4 plus 1.
Michaud looking a little shakier at the controls. Has it go off the foot?
Have you heard of the 9x9?
Onto the Harrisburg bench.
Have you heard of the 9x9 challenge?
I sure have.
You think you could do it?
While I'm working or not?
While you're a spectator.
Well, I was going to say I do it every time while I'm working, so why not, right? As a spectator.
Wow,
oh,
9 hot dogs while you're working. I mean, I'm thinking of more of just
2 hours and 45 minutes at a baseball game. That's pushing it for me.
What if they wouldn't have shortened the game?
That's right. If it's a no-hitter and it's an hour 30, you're really in
You're
trouble.
in trouble.
Favila.
But here at the Ambush game, 4 hot dogs across 4 quarters. It's a perfectly tempoed out situation. Obviously, you're thinking was 1 hot dog for each person who gets a ticket. I disagree. You got the tickets. You give them the tickets, but you get the hot dogs. I brought you. Now I get the hot dogs.
Ooh, giveaway. Araujo helped engineer it. Varela Perez.
Too much helium.
Louis wanted a second. 7:20 left in the 4th. Instead, he has taken us to the official timeout, our final of regular play. 9-6 Ambush over the Harrisburg Heat. 7:20 left at the Family Arena. This is St. Louis Ambush Soccer on Golazo.
Clint Black in concert. Clint Black, an incredible night featuring some of his greatest hits. Saturday, April 12th, 7 p.m., the Family Arena. Clint Black in concert. Special guests Ruby Lee and Emily Ann Roberts. On sale now at the Carroll House Furniture box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Don't miss Clint Black.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive 1 free core service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
The lights are out at the Family Arena. iPhone flashlights shining for the Miley Cyrus. Hugo Silva. Well, he's in a relatively good mood. Must be the music supplied by DJ Prue.
They couldn't restart play fast enough, as far as I'm concerned.
Dos Santos crossfield. They got their hands up. They're playing their song as Christo separates Perry from the ball.
Robbie Christo literally had his hands up at that point.
Literally, obeying the lyrics. Michaud back on track, gets a steal. Tayou through the middle. Michaud tried to bang it off the wall to him. That takes a shot into Tayou. Oh, turned away by Silva.
What a save by Silva.
On the carpet.
I mean, like
whacks it away.
Like a parking garage arm at the very end, Joey. Just kind of slammed down on the line to stop that ball.
Right on the hood of my Pontiac.
Firebird?
He's really good. It's just not really been his night. Silva's faced a lot of pressure, and the Ambush have had some wonderful finishes. His defense has lost track of a few.
And I tell you what, I've been really impressed with him in the second half because the Ambush.
Tayou wants 5. Off the wall, Almeida helicopters.
The Ambush banged in 4 goals off just 9 shots on goal in the first half, Joey. But here, you look at the second half, they've had 12 shots on goal alone here in a quarter and a half here in the second half. So they've actually gotten a lot more chances, but Silva's been even more involved, including considering the time allowed and the deficit right now, that save on Tayou, should they make a comeback, could be a game-saving play.
Keeps him within striking distance as Thomas goes down, hoisting that. De Silva has a word with the refereeing crew. Franck Tayou has scored 4 times.
And
the Ambush have put together 6 goals in the second half. James Thomas has scored a couple. Louis Perez has an Ambush goal.
His first.
Michaud has one as well. Daduka has one. They try to link up off the board. Gets disposed of back down to Pollo Cortez. Paulo exited after 30 minutes with a 3-2 lead. Second half has been much wilder. Pollo melting some wax off the time candle in front of DeSoma. Niamsi with 5.5. Favila has been pretty good on the other side. A couple of goals for a Harrisburg team that needs to come to life offensively. Perez had Daduka setting up. Bad pass. Stolen by Orange. Varela fights for it to win it back. De Silva. That's Perez. Great tackle in the referee's crease.
Whistle. Oh!
And now a blue card as Daduka goes down.
That's a dangerous tackle. That's a bad tackle. Oh, my gosh.
Tripped by their dual goal scorer, Di Matteo.
You can't be you can, I don't know. I don't.
He's got a brace and now he's got a box.
You're in the moment, so I get it, but man, that is a dangerous tackle in my opinion.
With 5:09 left, the Ambush can, well, choose to play a little keep away if need be. Score a goal here and you put the game away. You melt 2 minutes off the clock where they have to keep the keeper on. You bolster your case quite a bit as well, closing in on a win.
So excited that the Duke got up as fast as he did, Joey, under his own pressure and everything. I mean, that was a very dangerous tackle the way they went in hard there.
Daduka feeding! Thomas wanted the hat trick. Just wide across the face of goal. Daduka. Oh! Daduka! Firing cannons in the freezer like an Alaska-based Civil War reenactor! King Golazo! On Golazo!
Hulk smash. That's why we were joking earlier when he just rolled that one past the keeper as Silva just looked up at Dos Santos with a look on his face. What am I supposed to do when the large man kicks the ball so freaking hard? What a goal from Daduka. Absolutely hammers that one. And like you said, something about him playing the Heat. Magic things happen when he cooks it up.
What a goal from Hulk. Back-to-back 2-goal games against Harrisburg. He's got 2. James Thomas has 2. Franck Tayou has 4. The Ambush have 10 in total. And Silva will have to function as a 6th attacker. A power play goal early on the advantage for the Ambush. The only true power play we've had tonight. Harris scored on a penalty kick after a blue card by Louis Perez in the third. Shearer sends through. Briggs touches it. Tavernese, big Rav, Tav. Can't dip it into the marinara sauce. Briggs got it out partially. Harrisburg, this will cost him precious seconds. Ambush are going to leapfrog Dallas for the final playoff position by virtue of this win. Dallas is in action tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time at home against the Texas Outlaws. Harrisburg, they will be left out of the playoff window. Oh, Poyo sees something. Drop kicks a laser downfield. Silva mishandles it. Trying to get it in the box. Araujo.
He had no angle.
Held at bay by Harris. You cut him off of the post.
He had absolutely zero
Feed
angle.
Almeida. Oh, the seaports. Lucas Almeida. Wonder strike.
It's just both defenders just go the other way completely.
The electric doors slid open.
He has never juked two defenders out the way he did just there, Joey. Never in his career, as long as it's been, has he ever successfully juked out two defenders with that simple of a Bob Cousy level crossover. Oh,
wow.
The old man made him pay with just the most 48-year-old at a YMCA move I've ever seen. Look at this.
I haven't seen somebody drop in heat like that since De Niro and Pacino in the mid-90s.
Almeida like
made
De
him
Niro
fall
playing
and made him
soccer
pay.
now. I mean, just methodical, just slowly from
And it
my
all
left
started
foot, from my right foot to my left foot, right back to my right foot, and the entire defense just goes wildly
hypnotic.
off.
And it all started with that crazy sort of play with Poyo and Araujo getting cut off of the post.
If you're looking down the pipe like this, I wonder if you can just see the two Heat defenders wildly just shift out of frame.
Another look at it. Araujo
just slowly
gives
boom,
off.
Boom. Oh my gosh.
Di Matteo.
That's one of the most basic moves I've ever seen.
He was the one fronting, and Di Matteo was the same guy that got that blue card just a few minutes ago. Well, after a timeout here, I believe by Harrisburg, just to kind of get the wheels back on the bicycle, we are about to restart an 11-6 game with about 3.5 left. What a delight to have all these fans on hand. We've got more fun theme nights coming up at Family Arena, including Alumni Night on February 8th, Star Wars Night on February 28th, and our annual Window World mascot game featuring Bushwhacker, Louie, and Fredbird on March 9th. Get your tickets at the arena box office or at Ticketmaster.com. Harrisburg limping toward the end of this game. Their road trip is not complete. They are in Kansas City tomorrow. Comets hosting this Harrisburg team at 4 Central. Slid through in front of the goal for Shearer. Evacuated by Tayou and chested down by Silva as the clock goes to 3. 11-6. This was just a 3-2 game at half and just a 1-0 game after 15 minutes. Almeida once more. SK, ice cream coning, Tayou mishits. 1-5, slashes it high over the glass instead.
The left foot just isn't as reliable. I'm sure if we broke it down, not close to as many goals with the left as with the right across the almost 500 for the King.
This is really exciting to see the Ambush playing like this. But you know they'll want more, and you know Tayou, as much of a perfectionist as he is, will be looking at that and trying to improve on that. Good ball by SK.
And Joe, I think this just shows you, I mean, this is the consequence of the Ambush playing one of the toughest schedules, not only to start the season, but the entire season they will play one of the toughest schedules. And you see when they play a team that maybe isn't at the very top of the standings, they can handle a game.
Let's see how we do against San Diego on February 8th as Silva sent it high. De Silva sent it high, but Big Rav Tav will not. Tavernese, who's been quiet tonight, finally able to shove one in. 11-7 to 19.
Yeah, that's been probably the biggest aspect of this game was without Don Francis, a guy like Joey Tavernese didn't come out and dominate you, especially running with the second team more often than with the first team, or with the first grouping, I should say, for the Heat. You know, potentially he comes in and he beats up your second squad, but Tavernese really just not until the second 2 minutes left in the fourth does he really make an impact on this game. That is a huge credit to the Ambush defense. They'll be looking at that in film all week.
Both these teams looking for a place in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs April 5th through the 7th. Ticket deposits now being accepted for that. Visit frontwavearena.com for more information. Again, the Ambush, at least for tonight, will be in that 8th place position, the last in the playoff picture. You go out to the San Diego area for the quarterfinal and semifinal rounds, and then the finalists will host the final round. It's definitely a chance for the Ambush to keep the momentum rolling against San Diego on February 8th. We'll have the call for you on MASL TV. Against a good team, Ambush trying to make the playoffs for the first time in a couple of years. Less than 90 away. Louis Perez, long ball, good chest. Head right to De Silva. Di Matteo settled down. Tavernese, the goal scorer, steps over. Good work by Araujo to win against Harris. The opsy to Louis. Araujo back to Perez. Stop to the line by De Silva. Araujo will not be denied.
Nice goal by Rafa. Just kept his head down and just kept on plugging away. Louis Perez there almost gets his second of the game, second of his career. Almost got the assist as well. Great job there by Rafa and Louis. Use the extra passes. That's the perfect way to play that one. Good job by De Silva to cover, but again, Rafa just cleans up and just pegs it past everybody else. Good goal there, and great job by the Ambush offense. They have never stopped pushing against this Harrisburg team. And 12 goals to show for it. That's what you want to see from this team. Good job by them.
And Araujo knows this Harrisburg team well. He is a former Harrisburg Heat player, as is Will S.K., as is Dylan Hundell, to his scratch tonight. What a night it has been. $1.10, there's a timeout, and this will pretty much just take us to the finish. Ambush, a 5-goal lead. Hard to believe, again, this was low scoring at the outset, but a home and home over the course of 5 days, 6 days between here and Harrisburg, and late things have gotten a little bit crazy on both sides.
Yeah, and just huge to get a win here back in the Family Arena. Last year we were talking about, again, relative to the rest of the schedule, this was essentially a fortress for them last year. This is where they got all their wins. And so to start off the season just 1-4 at home, that was a little bit of a splotch, a black mark, if you will, on the Ambush's record overall. And so to walk in here in a winnable game against a team you just topped in the standings with your win earlier in the week, and to put them away with a solid 5-goal victory, it's a huge moment in the half mark for the Ambush. The big question is going to be for them, can Coach Locker and company continue to build on it from here? They've got the bodies. Christo's healthy. Tayou's back in the fold. A guy like Dylan Hundell didn't play today, but he's getting more integrated. Can they build on this, Joey?
Tayou, back to Christo. Keeps it. Robbie slips on the ball, pestered heavily, and tries to win it on the ground. Gets whistled for that. Ambush will improve to 2-4 at home this season, 4-9 overall. Harrisburg will move to 1-4-1 outside of the Harrisburg Farm Complex at Equine Arena in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. They will drop to 2-7-1 overall. Under 40, thanks to our entire crew out here at the Family Arena. Lauren up here with us in the booth. Kevin, our official scorer. Jim Fossil, our ace PR man. Ashton Fry and Angela Sharp on the interviews. John Elam, his entire crew in the production cave. 20 seconds left. Tayou, Almeida, again, back to Tayou, and Silva thwarts what would have been a fantastic goal with some good goalkeeping.
I kind of feel sorry for Joey for Lucas Almeida's team.
5 seconds from a 5-goal victory. Panton, it leaks through, it's wide. We will finish at 12-7. Perry's last gasp.
You cannot
away from the pink. Ambush win tonight on Galazzo.
You cannot tell me that Lucas Almeida isn't going to pull those clips of him making those guys' ankles break, and he's not going to make his teams watch those clips over and over again. You guys see what Coach can do? Huge win for the Ambush. A huge game for Deduca with the brace. James Thomas with a huge brace. We've talked so much about him coming back from that Achilles injury over the last 2 years. A huge game for him to get a brace here. Deduca, like you said, our Ujo is impactful. Louis Perez scores his first MASL goal, and of course Franck Tayou with a 5-point game, his best game in an Ambush jersey. Just a huge Friday night overall for the Ambush here at the midseason mark.
4 goals plus an assist for the King, Franck Tayou. 2 goals for James Thomas, 2 goals for Deduca. Jeff Michaud had a goal and 2 assists. Chili Willie SK had a pair of assists this evening. Robbie Cristo had a beautiful assist. Julio Varela stayed hot against Harrisburg. He comes up with an assist as well. Frank, no doubt about it, is going to be our all-star of the game. We've got Angela Sharp down on the field momentarily to catch up with some guys about this great action at the Family Arena tonight. Ambush win it by a final score of 12-7. Paulo Nascimento ended up with 7 saves in this ball game. He allowed 2 goals in the first half. Puyo Cortez did allow 5 goals without a save officially in the second half, but the Ambush found a way to get the offense cranking even higher in the second to run away with this win. Harrisburg got 3 assists from Mike Da Silva, 2 goals from Josh DiMatteo, and 2 goals from Noe Favila, though Favila slowed down in the second. Angela's with Lucas Almeida. We're headed down to the field of Family Arena.
I am down here on the food with Lucas Almeida with the St. Louis Ambush. You took the Heat on last weekend. Kind of a close game there at the end. You were a part of that. What helped you in this game, having just played them last weekend?
We adjust. We made some changes that helped the team keep them on their toes, maintain the possession, and take advantage of the chances.
What is it about this organization, the MASL, that you love so much, and why do you guys keep wanting to try harder to win every game?
I mean, the fans are phenomenal. When I need it, Ambush opened the door for me, so I'm always going to be loyal and thankful for it. And the leagues are doing a good job, getting better every year, so I'm happy to be here.
Now, this is your only game of the weekend. Does that give you guys kind of a little rest up? Or are we already gunning-ho for the next weekend's matchup?
Gunning-ho, preparing for next week, and we need to keep the momentum going.
What do we think we're going to work on for next week? Obviously, pulling off a win, a kind of a high-scoring game considering a soccer match like this. What are we going to work on for next week?
That's a coach question. They should be able to tell you. I just do my job and whatever they ask me.
I like that very diplomatic answer right there. Right here is Lucas Almeida with the St. Louis Ambush.
Thank you to Angela and Lucas. There's Robbie Cristo in his first home game of the year posing with fans. We've got a quick break, and then we'll come back to clean it up and wrap it up. Ambush 12, Harrisburg Heat 7, MASL Soccer on Golazo.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive 1 free core service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
The wait is over. The 2025 MASL season is here. Bigger and better than ever. Get ready for high-speed action, jaw-dropping goals, and fierce competition as your favorite teams battle it out on the field. With intense rivalries, unforgettable moments, and new stars rising, the MASL delivers excitement every week. Get your tickets now and be part of the excitement, because this season, the action is non-stop.
Ambush win at final score 12-7, outshooting Harrisburg 26-3, blocking 9 shots on the defensive side and posting a total of 9 saves, only 2 blue cards in the game, only 1 true power play. And the Ambush capitalized on it, Taduka scoring one of his 2 goals in the 4th after a blue card. This is a great way for the Ambush to stay hot, beating the Heat a couple of times. And now we've got a good San Diego Sockers team coming to town next weekend.
Yeah, San Diego Sockers, unfortunately, sitting at 9-1-0 on the season. That's going to be a tough matchup, especially when you're away. Always tough to play away in this league, as the Heat just learned here. Ambush just 2-5 on the away again, getting a big second home win tonight. It was just really, we saw just such a better passing team. We saw the extra passes later in the game when they had the lead, but overall, they were willing to take more of those 2-on-1s that we usually just don't see them capitalize on. A huge win for this Ambush offense going forward.
Ambush victorious. Now trying to keep it rolling. Saturday, February 8th, 6 o'clock Central Time, hosting the San Diego Sockers for Alumni Night, for all of our great crew and great fans on Family Night, for our Spirit of St. Louis dancers, all of the great families, youngsters, spouses, everybody who joined us for one of the best nights of the year at the Family Arena. We say thank you. And of course, Franck Tayou, he joined us as well. 4 goals for Frank, 2 for Thomas, 2 for Taduka, a goal, plus 2 assists for Lucas Almeida, 7 saves for Paulo. What an evening for the Ambush.
And how about Jeff Michaud? Since he's entered the lineup, Joey, 2 games, multiple goals, some assists as well, and some incredible defense. He's going to be huge in the back half of this season.
Ambush win at final score of 12-7. For Matt Rocchio, I'm Joey Zanaboni saying so long from St. Louis, Missouri. This has been MASL Soccer on Golazo.
Nominated Grammy Award winner Dwight Yoakam. The Cosmic Roundup and Rodeo Tour. April 24th, 7 p.m., the Family Arena. With special guest, the Mavericks. On sale at the Carroll House Furniture Box Office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Dwight Yoakam Live.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.